All right, what's up everybody? Ryan Murphy checking in with Murphy Baseball Performance. We're super excited because we want to talk to you tonight about diet, nutrition, and the neglect that or the lack of attention that I pay to it in my playing days, why it matters, how it's impacted my life, and then how I know it will be able to help you achieve the goals that you want to achieve. So let's just start with a quick number play. So if you look up here, I got three numbers, okay? I've got 50.5, I've got 13.8%, and I've got 8.2 miles an hour. So obviously, you don't have the ability to have you in the room here to raise your hand to guess, but here's what so 50.5. 50.5 is the average distance or difference between the amount of lean muscle mass that a professional baseball player, somebody in MLB, carries versus the average high school athlete. Okay, so if you think about ultimately your baseball goal, okay, let's say that you want to go pitch at the University of Texas, okay, so goal UT pitcher, all right, which would then put you on track to be able to have a chance to play professionally. Well, velocity is going to be the thing that gets you in the door. And so if you think about velocity, what is velocity made up of? Velocity is force, or power really, is force times velocity. So what most people don't understand, and what I failed to understand, was that if you don't maximize your ability, your genetic ability, or get close to it in terms of being able to produce force, you're going to ultimately swallow your power output. So if you think about power output, your 60-yard dash time, your ability to hit the ball with exit speed, drive the ball with power, your ability to throw fire, throw 100 miles an hour, throw 95 miles an hour, stuff like that. Now look, there's always exceptions and outliers, but for the most part, these rules are going to hold true. So if we look at this gap right here that exists, okay, and this, by the way, is from Ben Brewster's Building the 95 Mile an Hour Body. It's a book that was influential in getting me on this right path of looking at my diet and measuring it day by day. The average power output, if you look at Major League Baseball, 92.6 miles an hour is the average fastball. Look at where your high school is at. So there's a definite correlation between lean muscle mass and your ability to produce high-end professional power. So then this 13.8% number, this is based on data and statistics, the average amount of body fat that a Major League Baseball player carries around. Again, there's always outliers, there's always people that are going to be exceptions to the rule, but if you're watching this, probably you're not the genetic 1%, so you need to be controlling every single variable to be able to get you closer to your goal. So if you haven't measured how much lean muscle mass you have, if you haven't measured what percentage of body fat you have, I would challenge you that you really aren't taking your goal as seriously as you need to be. Because waiting around and waiting for somebody to help you in college is not a plan. Hope is not a plan. Okay, that's what Ron used to tell us at the ranch. It's not. Third number right here, 8.2 miles an hour. So that's the amount of velocity I lost after my first summer at the ranch, going from 79 up to 87.2. And then I went back to school and started going along with the status quo, with the team. I want to be a good team guy. So it's relevant for a lot of you guys that are heading back into your high school programs, because your coach's goal might not necessarily align with your goal. If your goal is to play Major League Baseball or play UT, well, the way that your coach is structuring practices, okay, the demands that your football coach is putting on you, a lot of these different things probably are not going to move you forward. In fact, you've got to do everything you can to fight hard just to keep what you've gained. Okay, so if you've busted your butt in the off season and gained velocity, that's great. But 6 weeks into my season, after my first year of getting all excited, I went back to doing what I had been doing, and guess what? I lost everything I had gained. Not fun, definitely wouldn't recommend it. So that's where we're coming from. We're gonna talk about how ultimately nutrition, just paying attention to it and starting to measure and be aware, is gonna help you back into your best plan to help you fuel your success on and off the field. I'm gonna tell you quick